Choosing a career path can be daunting. The key is just knowing what's out there, like farming. You might think you know farming, it's what feeds you, it's all across Victoria, but do you really know it? Let me introduce you. Fankhauser Apples is a vertically integrated apple orchard just outside of Druin that supplies apples across the country and the world. It's a family-owned business that's been around for more than a century, finding success in constant innovation.
Our family's always been progressive in a sense. We've been forced to shift due to urbanisation, 4 times in our family's history. So we're not afraid to have a change and have a go. I'm Brad Fankhauser, I'm a 5th generation apple grower. My family migrated out here in the 1850s from Austria. We run about 100 acres of apples. We've got about 6 or 7 main varieties that we grow. And we also test another 6 or 7 varieties at almost any given time. We've got varieties that they're like a fine wine. Once you've bitten into them, you never forget that experience. So it's an exciting time to be growing apples. At the moment, there's lots of fantastic technology coming into the industry. I've got an app on my phone that connects to our weather station. It sends back a forecast for the next 14 days on the weather, and it also sends a really detailed 7-day forecast for fungus infections that could be coming up, which allows us to put the sprays on an absolute ideal timing. The app has been teaching us things we thought we knew. It's embarrassing sometimes when you learn something new and you thought you knew it all. We've got apps for irrigation and water monitoring and water usage. I've got an app that we use for all of our bin tracking and all of our labour use. So there's some really good stuff coming through that makes management so much easier. I find it exciting, I love seeing it coming through. We've got picking machines now that make picking so much easier and more reliable, safer. So when we're picking fruit, on a typical tree like these, you need to climb about 1.5 metres on a ladder. And if we've got 3,000 trees in a hectare, that's 4,500 metres of vertical climbing I'm paying someone to do. And when you start thinking about red varieties and we pick them twice, that becomes 9,000 metres of climbing. Before I know it, I pay people to climb Mount Everest, which is just crazy. And if you're climbing, you're not picking. So what this machine's doing is allowing everyone just to continually pick in a nice fluid motion. No one's doing any climbing, no one's getting tired. The only downside to all these new technologies, I need someone to help me run it.
It's young people that'll be steering these technological developments that will find better, more efficient and more environmentally friendly ways to feed our planet. There are so many career paths to consider.
I think it's really important that kids think of ag and hort as a career option. People seem to be forgetting that we actually do need to work to produce the food that we eat. It doesn't just come off the shelf. There's a lot of work goes in the background of it, and it's not just out there picking fruit or pruning a tree or digging a hole in the dirt. There's a lot more goes into farming than people realise.